You have probably seen the vacuum furnace because you are with us today.
You have probably seen also a vacuum furnace with an oil quenching tank.
Have you ever seen vacuum furnace with water quenching tank? If not, welcome to the new episode of SECO Talks. So today you will have the very special chance to see the one and only vacuum furnace with a water quench.
Cheers.
Grzegorz, so what's the reason? Tell me, what's the reason to build such a furnace?
So,
Let's go.
It all started with a customer that approached us with a very specific challenge. And the challenge was a material with a very high density
Okay.
and high thermal mass and a very specific process window. In simple terms, a material that is very, very hard to properly harden to quenching.
So quenching speed was required very fast.
Yes, a very fast quenching speed was required. So we came up with an idea to make a test with high pressure gas quenching.
Okay.
We did the tests. Unfortunately,
High pressure, what do you mean high?
high pressure, I mean 20 bars, absolute.
Okay.
We did the tests on the parts. Unfortunately,
20
it was too low.
20 bar for many materials, even for some constructional steel or carburizing steel. After carburizing, it's more than enough.
Yes.
But in this case, was not enough.
It was not enough, and it was largely not enough.
Okay.
So the next step was oil.
Okay.
And the customer said no, oil is not allowed because of the properties of this material
Okay.
and the risk of contamination. And as we know, when processing the parts in vacuum, purity is the most important thing, and the risk of contamination was simply not allowed here. And the customer said the only thing we see able to quench this material according to the properties is water.
Combination of vacuum furnace, mechanical and diffusion pump, high vacuum pumping system, combined with water quench, which makes this furnace something special. Am I right?
You're completely right. It makes it something special, but since it is already, let's say, a couple of years have passed, it's at the very beginning it was special, but right now it's a standard for us.
Okay. Tell me when it all started.
Well, it all started around 5 years ago with the first project and a blank sheet of paper.
Okay.
And currently, this is the third furnace. Nearby, we've got the second one. And this is when a concept which has been developed and proven at our customer's site.
So the first one, the custom solution was delivered to the customer.
Yes.
And became, let's say, our repeatable standard now.
Yes, I think that's the best, let's say, proof that you can have that something new in the industry has been well tested and accepted, as you have repeated orders for the same furnaces.
Okay, perfect. And now I'm very interested how the complete design looks like in terms of combining vacuum chamber and the water quench. So let's talk about this, okay?
Yeah, of course.
So Grzegorz, tell me about the features of the furnace and what it brings to the customer, what kind of values, how the construction looks like.
Yeah, so first of all, it's a triple chamber furnace, and it's very important because we've got 3 separate chambers that are independent on each other, meaning that we can...
What kind of chambers do we have here?
So we have a heating chamber with graphite hot zone, rectangular one.
Okay.
Then we have a middle chamber with transportation system.
Okay.
It's also one of the key features because we do not have any moving parts in the hot zone.
Okay, I see.
And then of course we have the key feature of this furnace, a water quenching tank.
The middle chamber means the first. It's the middle is the first one, the loading and unloading, yeah?
Yeah, the middle is the first one, although the configuration of the furnace is not a typical one. It's not straight through furnace. It's a furnace that we load from the side, and then the loading system moves right and left.
Yeah. But what it brings, if we have the middle chamber for loading, it also can separate the water from the hot zone.
Exactly, yes. We have 100% separation of the hot zone from the
So
water.
what it gives to the customer by safety?
Safety and no risk of contamination of the graphite with humidity, with water.
Perfect. So this is generally what we know. How about the pumping system?
Well, it's very interesting on this furnace. Each chamber has its own pumping system, so it's independent. In the hot zone, we've got even a diffusion pump.
Okay, so what maximum level of the vacuum?
We can achieve 10 to minus 5 range.
And again, we always keep as clean as possible the chamber to avoid contamination and to avoid the oxidation, or
yes, to protect the load and to protect the furnace. The transfer of the load is done with argon partial pressure.
okay.
So it also helps to avoid oxidation on the part while being transported to the water quenching.
And simply speaking, after the heating, what is next?
After the heating, we open the door, the internal door, then we take out the load from the hot zone, we transfer it under argon atmosphere to water quenching tank.
Perfect.
Then the load is quenched, it goes back to the middle chamber. It's being let's say, dried a little bit with a special feature that we've developed, and then the part is ready to be taken out.
Today the camera is not everywhere because we cannot show everything and all the details.
Yes.
We just want to show the general concept and maybe to see how it looks in general.
Yeah, the general
This is special topic today.
general concept may seem easy, but in fact it's a very complicated device with many details that are crucial to...
Grzegorz, can we say what industry is this dedicated for?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
To summarize, what materials we can heat treat in such furnace?
Well, first of all, the main material for which this furnace was designed and built, very dense, with very high thermal mass, which is not possible to be quenched in gas or oil, and of which name we cannot say.
Okay, and any other?
Also titanium parts, many titanium alloys, but for this we would need water as well, but a different construction of the furnace, a vertical one with a very fast transfer time, which we can also ensure.
When transfer time is critical, we use a different solution. I mean vertical with
Yes.
fast transfer from heating to the quenching. Perfect. I think it's more than enough for one episode, but last but not least, we have a question for you. If you ever seen such design in the reality or in some materials in internet, let us know in the comments and we will appreciate it very much. Grzegorz, thank you for sharing your knowledge. I hope it was interesting for you and see you next time.
See you.